Hey everybody, I am wanting to share with you an amazing recipe that I ended up getting when I was in India. I was doing a lot of workouts. I was basically doing classical Indian dance, Kathak, and then I was also taking Indian martial art form called Kalari Piyatu. And I would do the dance class 3 times a week and the martial arts class twice a week. So 5 days a week, I was hustling and working my bum off. And, you know, India is very humid, and it was during a really warm part of the season. And there was no AC in the building that we were in. It was basically a huge college. But I needed to have a recovery drink. And of course, most Indians, they like to do a lot of things naturally, right? So their live-in housekeeper would make me an electrolyte drink for my journey back, because I ended up walking back from the class. Yes, all by myself. I was so proud of myself. It was probably about 1.5 miles walking back. It was an interesting journey back too, and just, you know, seeing Indian life and the culture. But anyway, this drink I want to share with you because it's an amazing natural electrolyte replacement, so that way you're not buying all those sugary Gatorades and stuff like that, right? So this is called Nimbu Pani. Nimbu is the word for lemons. But the lemons actually look more like limes. I mean, it's still yellow on the outside, but when you cut it open, it's a very thin skin, and the inside actually looks more like limes. So they tend to be a little bit more sweeter. I call it a lemon. Some people compare it to a key lime, but not maybe as sweet. So it's just kind of that fine balance. So you use a couple of those. You can mix half lemon, half limes. You can buy key limes. And then you also put in some sugar, and that sugar is going to be in the form of a cane sugar, a honey, or maple syrup, or dextrose powder. Do not use, artificial sugars, because the whole point for the sugar is not only to kind of balance the sour and the tartness of it, but that sugar also adds a little bit of carbohydrates back into the recovery. So even though it's just a little bit, it'll help, and it'll be perfect. Stevia, monk fruit, all those artificial sweeteners, they don't have any of the carbohydrates. Don't use them. And then the last thing is, of course, black salt. So black salt is where you get that electrolyte. But it also adds a little bit of a twang. You know, Indians, they love that spicy stuff, but this is really the cherry on top of the entire mix. So I'm going to make it, and I'm going to show you what I am using for it. All right, so we have got everything right here. So I am using Nellie and Joe's. This is Key West lemon juice. It's not Key West limes, but still, it's a nice concentrated lemon juice. But I'm also got a little bit of lime juice, and I've got my black salt here. I want to make this water bottle and keep it in my fridge. I do a dance workout class 1 day a week, and then I also do my ghost tours 3 nights a week. And I've been realizing that when I'm done with my ghost tours, I have no energy at the end of it, and it's hard for me to lift my leg up to get into my car. I'm so beat, and it's like I just walked, that's all. I wasn't like having an intense workout or anything, but it doesn't matter. I'm standing on my feet anywhere from 3 to 4 hours walking around, and I wasn't even drinking during my tours, and I should have been. I kept the water in my car, but I need to replenish during the tours, even though it's just mundane walking on concrete. This is going to be a huge, hopefully a lifesaver for me, to realize that, you know, I can't keep doing that, right? I'm getting older. I need to do all these things. So I was looking up what I could do to help me feel better at the end of the night after the tours. And this is what it had mentioned. One of the things that I should be doing is drinking electrolytes along the way. And I was like, I never thought about that. So anyway, so I want to pre-make this. I could probably maybe get, you know, like a 12 ounce. You don't need to drink this much of it. I think maybe 12 to 16 ounces is the perfect amount to drink during the tour, after your workout, whatever it is. So right now this is about 26 ounces in here. So I'm just going to start by putting I've got some lime juice here. I've only got 1 tablespoon of it left. And to be honest, a lot of times what I will do is I will buy one of these containers, and then once I empty it out, I actually buy a bag of limes and then juice it myself, so then I have natural lime juice. So it's not full of all that other shit, right? So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of the lemon juice. This is very concentrated, so you know what? I just, for now, maybe I'll do a couple and a half. Because it's a little concentrated, a little bit different than the fresh limes. Now, they say a pinch of this, which technically is, I would say probably about, they say like a quarter of a teaspoon, which might be a lot. That might be too much. I don't want to overdo it because it might get a little, I wouldn't say tart, but it's black salt. So it totally has an interesting flavor to it. If any of you have ever tasted black salt, it's amazing. So yeah, but definitely get this because it adds there's a nice flavor to it. It's just all I can say about it. All right. They also say you can buy carbonated water and mix some carbonated water in there if you want a little bit of an extra fizz to it. But, oh, almost. All right, so I forgot the sugar. All right, let's do this again. So I've got cane sugar because I make kombucha. So this gets used for real sugar. There's 1. There's 2. Do 3. Again, not overdoing it. I don't want it to be too sweet, but just enough. This is good. I could probably maybe do maybe a half a tablespoon of sugar more and maybe a little more lemon juice. Bingo. This is awesome. This is going to be great when I am done working out, done during my tours. Now you have it. And go and make some real stuff. Make some natural stuff. It's going to be a lot cheaper. And it's going to be much tastier and healthier. All right, everybody. You have a great summer. And I hope your workouts and your body recovery is a little bit better now that you have a great recipe. All right, everyone. Peace out. And within my friends, bye-bye.